Hello everybody, Brios here, and today's video is about designing a Mech. And in April 2018, the Mechlab 2.0 dropped and it featured some very interesting features which I will show you in this video. But for this video, I'm going to start from the ground up choosing a medium Mech. And before I even put weapons on it, I go through what I call the design intent. That is what I want my Mech to do, what I don't want my Mech to do. So I'll go through this process of thinking through these two questions before I build the Mech. So for this build, I'm going to go for a mid-range fighter, fighting at about 400 to 500 meters. It's going to support the front line. It will not be in the front line, but it's still got to be tanky, got some defensive quirks, so I can support the team as they pull back. And it's going to be a skirmisher. It's not going to jump around like a knife fighter. But even though it's going to be tanky, it's not going to brawl or be in front because it's going to be a medium, and no matter what I do, you can't tank for the team. But it's got to do a bit of that. So by the way, the Hans Davian and Melissa Steiner event is on now, so this gave me a bit of inspiration for this build. So with this event in mind, I decided to choose a Vindicator. Yep, I'm gonna choose a Vindicator and let's get down to Mechlab to see what I can do with this beautiful Liao themed mech. Okay, so here we are in the Mechwarrior online client, and let's get down to buying that Vindicator. So the first step, of course, is to go to the store, and we scroll down for that pull-down menu for the Vindicator. I already have a 1R, it shows its own, but I don't want that, I already have it. And I'm going to choose the 1X. Let me tell you why. So as you expand the Mech Stats tab, I got my tongue tied there. Of course, the first thing we look for are the hard points. So this 1X has 3 ballistic in the left arm, in the right arm and the head it has 1 energy. The left torso has a beautiful missile hardpoint which I'm going to talk about, and an AMS which I'm not going to need. And if you look at the quirks, Innisfield mechs have lots of quirks. As I mentioned, this mech has got to be pretty tanky, and you don't get much tankier as a medium in a Vindicator. So it has fantastic armor quirks. 20 CT, right torso, left torso 18, arms are 16 each, legs are 17, and that's beautiful. With the survival tree adding to that, it's gonna be one of the tankiest mechs around. And more interestingly, I'm gonna go for this left torso missile mount. That's gonna be my main weapon. And if you know me well enough, you know I love my merms. And this build has or rather this chassis has a missile cooldown of 25%. And I'm gonna pair it up with an MRM40 for some massive wrecking. So other quirks will be energy cooldown 20%, ballistics 15, but more interestingly an MG rate of fire of 30%. So not too bad. So as I mentioned, Mechlab 2.0 has some additions, there's nothing new there. And I forgot to mention, look at the stats also for mobility. XL decel turn is very lousy, very poor for a medium, but it's not meant to be a knife fighter, so that's okay. It's just gonna be supporting the frontline mechs. The torso yaw is fantastic, and the pitch is average. So I actually look at this quite a lot. But let's get down to the new features in Mechlab 2.0. In Mechlab 2.0, you have 2 more buttons here. You can actually view this in Mechlab. So I'm going to run an MRM40 build on this Vindicator, but I'm curious, will it work? So let's get down to Mechlab. Yep, I can't edit it because I haven't bought it. And here it is. This is the stock variant, and I'm going to strip it down. So I'm going to run an MRM40 in the left torso, as I said. There it is. Let's bring it in. And I also want to use some new tech stuff, so I'm going to go for a Light Fusion 235 engine. Ta-da! Which will require 1 more heatsink in the right torso, and I have a standard here, I forgot. I am going to go for double heatsinks and endo steel. So that puts 1 there. I need a bit of jumping, because that will help with the MRM40 on the shoulder. And for the head, I'm going to put an ER medium laser to use that 20% cooldown, adding a bit of backup firepower for the MRM40. So ammunition, I'm going to put in 4 tons, 2 there, 2 there. Gonna distribute the armor. I'm gonna front load my armor, push it up to 70 after the 20 extra points of armor from the quirk. Front loading the side torsos, dropping the rear to 5. The right arm is not gonna have any weapons at all, so I'm not gonna use that slot, the hardpoint rather, so I'm dropping out to 0 plus 16 for the armor quirk. But because I don't like this color, I shall put 1 tuk. That's it. And let's even out the tonnage. let's drop this down to maybe 5. I tend to drop hit armor quite a bit. If you're gonna headshot me, it's gonna be easy, but you got to hit my head. So anyway, with this I have 2 tons left. So that's 4 tons of ammo from my MRM. Light Fusion 235, which is the maximum engine for this. ER medium as backup. And with 2 tons, what shall I get? Let's use the ballistic. Does a quirk apply to this? Nope. Quirk. Nope. I don't know whether the 30% MG quirks applies to light machine guns, because it just says machine gun quirks. But I'm gonna go for light machine guns anyway, because that gives me additional range with these weapons. These weapons hit about 250 if I'm not mistaken. There it is, maximum range 500, so that's optimal 250. Half a ton, 78 slots, total with only 68 used. Let's go for light ferrofibrous. That will give me 1 ton of ammo, which might not be enough, but I can always drop the jump jets later. So, we have a build here. So this is Mechlab in the store. This is new with Mechlab 2.0, and what's interesting, you can actually go to testing grounds. So anyway, let's give that a try. I like Tourmaline Desert, but before that, let me pause. By the way, if you like this build, you can click on the export link, and the build code, there is a code now. This will be exported to the clipboard, so you can always Ctrl V to paste it elsewhere. So there it is. You could also save the build. Let's call this a Vindicator 1X MRM40 build, and you can save it in your save game folder. So let's save this. So let's enter testing grounds. I like Tourmaline Desert, because if you can manage your heat in Tourmaline Desert, you can manage it anywhere. So makes a wonderful target. So as it loads, here we have the Vindicator.
Target acquired.
So notice we've still not bought the mech yet. So here we have, oops, I have my laser there, and an MRM40, machine guns, so you can test the heat. I like to test the heat with a 0% in terms of heat. Let the bar go down, and let's see in alpha how much it does. 30%, machine guns generate no heat, so there's a bit of rate of fire there. The MRMs alone, 23% heat. So let's drop it down to 0, and another thing I like to do is see how many alphas it can do. So let's start. So there's 1 alpha. Oops, sorry, leg. 2 alphas. 3 alphas. 4 alphas. 5 alphas, and that's it. So 5 alphas with this build. Not too bad. Heat is pretty okay. So happy with my mech. I quit the match. So just to recap, I have not bought the mech at all, tooled it out in Mechlab, and I exported the build code. So let's load up, and of course you can tweak it, but I'm pretty happy with this build. So let's get that mech and this build. The good thing is, since we've already tooled it out in Mechlab, you don't have to go back to Mechlab to do it. Let me show you what happens now that I come out of this circle spinning thingamajig. Yeah, notice, yep, I haven't bought it, blah blah blah. So anyway, let's go back. So here we are back in the store. I'm going to add the 1X, paying with cbills. Go to the cart, purchase cart, 3 million cbills, I guess I can afford it. Ta-da! I have purchased an 1X. So let's get down to home. And of course, where's my 1X? There it is. Put it in favorite because, well, it's my favorite for now. So here we are in the standard Mechlab. Good thing is we can import the code. So remember earlier I actually exported the code. Now I import it. There it is. I just press Ctrl V and I click import. Here it is. Everything goes in. The build is there. My goodness, it's so expensive. That's because of the Light Fusion engine. And I don't have to do anything else. Since I already tooled it up earlier, I'm going to click save. And goodbye 5,800,000 cbills. So that's it. You can of course do the camo and all that later, but I think I'll do it now. Yeah, why the hell not? So for the cockpit, I'll do later, but for camo, I'm actually going to buy a Liao pattern, because one shot is always the best. Because, you know, Davian, Liao event. So anyway, colors, let's go for standard Liao-ish colors. Greenish, dark green, with a bit of what? Yellow? Ooh, that's too bright. Okay, this is Bryos. Nothing is too bright. And that's it. Oh, there's a bit of color there. Let's put a bit of red. Red's not too nice. White. White's nice. So that's going to cost me 150 cbills, and or rather MC. Let's save, and that's it. That is, let's hide all this. Good view of the Mech now. So this is my Vindicator 1X, brand new purchase, fresh off the store, tooled out in Mechlab, using the export-import codes to make this a lot faster, and also testing it out in testing grounds. So anyway, this is Brios, and I do hope you like this video run-through of the Mechlab 2.0. Makes buying a Mech a lot better because you can actually test the build before actually trying it out. And once you like it in Mechlab, you can just save the code and import it to make this purchase a lot faster. So anyway, Brios here signing off. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the battlefield. Goodbye everybody.